day, everyone. I am Mrs. Alma B. Panzo, and I am to present my basic research entitled Kuiper School Program in Learning Mathematics. This research aimed to determine the effects of Kuiper School in the students' learning in elementary algebra. Specifically, it answered the following questions. First, what is the level of the students' mathematics performance before and after the experiment based on the pre-test and post-test results? Second, is there a significant mean difference of the students' mathematics performance before and after the experiment? Third, what is the degree of the students' motivation to learn mathematics after the experiment? Fourth, what is the degree of the students' engagement in mathematics after the experiment? Fifth, is there a significant relationship between the students' mathematics performance and their motivation to learn mathematics after the experiment? And sixth, is there a significant relationship between the students' mathematics performance and their engagement in mathematics after the experiment? In recent years, the education scene has been immersed with thoughts on approaches to individualize and improve instruction for students. Learning styles, assessments, and differentiated instructions all have a common objective of enhancing learning for every student. According to Campus of 2016, to improve the learning process of learners, teachers are given numerous alternatives on the most proficient method, which makes it challenging to recognize which of them will prove advantageous to learning in a specific academic area. One of these is the Kuiper School program, which is a free and comprehensive educational online learning service for teachers and students. It is always on, always ready, whether for class or homework assignments or assessment. It also receives instant feedback on students' performance, identifies strengths and weaknesses in a matter of clicks, and leaves the red pen in the drawer. In progressing the learning level of Filipino, Kuiper School has been in the lead through its use of tools employing information and communications technology. It has also helped teachers use instruction methods that motivate students to learn even their most disliked subjects. Kuiper School operates as a free e-learning platform for teachers in educating more than 2 million pupils in the Philippines, Indonesia, and Mexico. It also allows educators to manage multiple classes through a customized dashboard, send and schedule their assignments, and assess each of their students' performances. With such potential of the Kuiper School program, this study was conducted to compare students' mathematics performance before and after using Kuiper School program, to study the influence of the use of the said program to students' motivation in mathematics class, and to determine whether the use of Kuiper School program affects students' engagement in mathematics class. This study utilized a quasi-experimental design where the research participants were the 69 grade 8 students of Siquijor Provincial Science High School. Two groups were created, with one as control group and the other as the experimental group. The latter had used the Kuiper School program, while the control group utilized the traditional assessment method. The researcher used the following instruments in gathering and collecting data. 1. The study used a 40-item teacher-made test The validated test was administered to the control and experimental groups. After the pre-test, the experimental group was exposed to the Creeper School program, while the control group used the traditional math activities. After the experimentation period, the post-test was given to both groups. 2. The study also used a questionnaire patterned after Sundry's research on motivation for achievement and attitude toward mathematics instruction, and student engagement in mathematics scale of Reen-Kaufman of 2010. After the experimentation period, the survey was administered to both the experimental and control groups. The mean percentage was used in this study to check the level of mathematics performance of the respondents in the pre-test and in the post-test. The paired t-test was also employed to determine the significant difference between the pre-test and the post-test of both the control and experimental groups. Moreover, Pearson product moment coefficient of correlation was used to identify the degree of association between the respondents' performance and engagement in mathematics and motivation to learn mathematics. Results show that the control group and the experimental group have an MPS increase between the pre-test and post-test results. However, the experimental group got closely approximating mastery level of 87.40% MPS. Post-test result indicated that the experimental group that used the Creeper School program gained a higher level of mastery of the topics discussed during the experimentation period. It could be gleaned in Table 2 that there is no significant difference in the pre-test results between the control and experimental group. This means that both groups have the same level of mathematics performance before the experimentation. Both have no advantages and are viable for the basis of improvement on one group in comparison with the other. After the experimentation, the experimental group has significantly better results in the post-test compared to control group. The data revealed that there is a significant difference in the students' mathematics performance. The experimental group, which uses the Creeper School program, has improved its mathematics performance. As shown in Table 3A, most of the respondents in the control group agree with the statements 1 to 5 as often true, which indicates their degree of motivation in learning mathematics. This means that they are motivated to learn math, but not to the full extent. Moreover, most of the respondents consider statements 6 and 7 to be very true for them. They consider mathematics as an enjoyable subject. Table 3B showed that the respondents from the experimental group are more motivated compared to the results shown in Table 3A. The results also revealed that the respondents totally agree with the statements 3, 6, and 7 to be very true. They believe that advanced studying in mathematics is useful. These results imply that students from both groups are motivated to learn mathematics as seen on both tables. However, the average result of Table 3B is greater than the average result of Table 3A. This means that the respondents using the Creeper School program are more likely motivated than the respondents using the traditional method of assessment and activities. Table 4A presents the degree of students' engagement in mathematics of the respondents in the control group. The respondents considered statements 1, 7, 9, and 10 as very true for their engagement. They worked as hard as they could in mathematics class. For them, it is very important to learn mathematics very well, and they tried their best to learn as much as they could. They don't feel bored in learning mathematics, which means they are also engaged in the subject using the traditional method of assessments. Overall, the data revealed that the respondents are almost 66% engaged in mathematics class. Table 4B presents the degree of students' engagement in mathematics of the respondents in the experimental group. The respondents considered most of the statements as very true for them. Students in Math 8 class helped each other learn all the time. It was important for them to understand Math 8 lessons very well. They don't feel bored in learning mathematics. Instead, they have fun in Mathematics 8 class, and learning the subject was interesting. The data further revealed that the respondents are engaged in mathematics. It also shows that the respondents were engaged in mathematics class. It can be noted from the data that the experimental group has the higher weighted mean than the control group. This simply implies that the more learners are exposed in using the pre-preschool program, the more they are engaged in mathematics compared to those learners using the traditional method of assessment or enrichment. Table 5 presents the data in analyzing the relationship between the academic performance and their motivation to learn mathematics. The computed values are greater than the tabular values. This means that there is a significant relationship between the mathematics performance and the mentioned variables. It can also be seen that the relationship between the students' mathematics performance and their motivation to learn mathematics is moderate. This implies that more students use the program, the more motivated they are to learn mathematics. Table 6 showed equivalent results in analyzing the relationship between the mathematics performance and their engagement in mathematics. The computed values are greater than tabular values. This means that there is a significant relationship between the mathematics performance and the mentioned variables. It can also be seen that the relationship between the students' mathematics performance and their engagement in mathematics for both groups is only slight. This implies that both the control and experimental groups are engaged in mathematics. In the light of the findings, the following conclusions are hereby drawn. Number 1. The learners using pre-preschool program got higher mathematics academic performance compared to the learners using the traditional method of assessment. Number 2. The learners using the pre-preschool program are more engaged and more motivated to learn mathematics. Number 3. The learners using the pre-preschool program are more motivated to learn mathematics and they attain the higher mathematics academic performance. And number 4. Both the learners using the pre-preschool program and the learners using the traditional method of assessment are engaged to learn mathematics in relation to their mathematics academic performance. to Robert John Meehan. Teaching children is an accomplishment. Getting children excited about learning is an achievement. Thank you